money moves with Mem 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a mother movie. So today we got yet another video. You know, a video I haven't reacted to yet, but once I see the title, people send me videos, we gotta react to it. So we got yet another lady. You know, the title of her video is I'm working a job but still can't afford to pay my bills. So we always gonna have a financial aspect on these videos. So without further ado, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and let's get straight into the content.
Hey my beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl MARKIESHA Renee. Please excuse the sirens, y'all. I decided to start this video right when an ambulance was riding by, but y'all, I just wanted to pick up this camera and talk to y'all.
Hey y'all, I can't take nobody seriously who's smiling like that. You know, it don't seem like she having that many issues, you know.
A little bit about life, like this is making no sense to me, y'all. Y'all know I started a 9 to 5, and it ain't even a 9 to 5, y'all. Started a 9 to 5, started working, and originally I was supposed to be going to that job for 40 hours a week. That was what everything was discussed in the interview. The days and times was discussed in the interview. As soon as I start working this job, y'all, I get treated as if I'm on call. My days kept changing. Every week I had a different schedule. They basically lied to me to get me into the job, you guys. So I'm making this video to let
You see, a lot of people, a lot of black people, you hear black women, you hear them say, oh, I got a 9 to 5, I got a job, oh, I'm looking for a job, What about a career? You know, what about having a specific type of skills, a specific skill set, and you're working in the same industry, so that makes you a professional. So for all you people who work jobs, you know, you will never be considered a professional because you're doing whatever. Like, you'll go work at Walmart, then you'll work at McDonald's, then you'll go work at TGI Fridays, then you go work at Uber, then you do this, you do that. So now you're not making any room for yourself to make more money. You know.
y'all know, because there's a lot of people that always ask me when I get on my lives or when I start my vlogs, how's work? I'm gonna tell y'all how work is. It's horrible. It's horrible. And not only is it horrible, y'all, I'm using one of my credentials that I have, and it's still horrible. So, you know, to me, this just goes to show how bad the job market really is. I have tried to get 2 jobs using my certifications, and I keep giving the runaround. And it's like,
I wonder what type of certification she got, because she's saying the jobs are horrible, which, like, where I live at, the jobs are great, depending on what type of work you do. It's just like if I go on a construction site and I see guys, they're certified to be in a bulldozer, or, you know, and they're digging trenches, and they're putting pipes in the ground. You know, that's a career. You know, so my thought is, what type of certification is this woman talking about?
it's time to go back to school. And I already explained to you guys this in a...
Now she's talking about going back to school, and she already can't pay her bills. That's what the video title say. You already can't pay your bills, so you're gonna go back to school so you can go get another job. That you guys at jobs and careers are never gonna be picture perfect for you. So she gonna go back to school, scrape up about $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in debt, and then come back to the job market and get the same results that she was getting when she's in this situation right now.
Another video that I created last week, y'all. I'm going back to school. I decided I am going to be in the medical field. I'm just not going to say exactly what I'm going to be studying yet, just until it gets done. And it's nothing that is like going to take extremely long. I think it only takes a year, if that.
Guys, I was working with a police officer. You know, she's talking like the medical field is just this wonderful place. Which you know what I'm saying, we need medical professionals and stuff like that. But I was on one of my supervising jobs, right? And I was talking to the police officer, and he was like, never date a firefighter woman, a lady who works in the medical field, nurses, etc., police officer women. He said the reason why you don't date them because they be having sex with their superiors. That it gets to them. The guys, the doctors and stuff that makes more money than them, you know, they utilize that to their advantage. You know, and the way this lady looks, she looks like she can't take nothing seriously. You know, she got a car seat in the back. She's a single mother, you know, and who's going to sign themselves up for that? No, not me.
But I'm getting another certification under my belt that I know for sure should be good. Like, I've done my research on it, all of that, because what I got going on right now is just not working. This stuff worked years ago, yeah, because I used to work in these fields that I have, you know, the certifications that I have now. I used to make decent money doing this stuff. Now, there's just no jobs, at least, that are just in good standing right now based on our economy and all that other stuff. So I have decided that I'm just going to full-time be a gig worker like I was doing before I ended up accepting this job that I'm now at. It's like I'm trying to do the right thing and I'm trying to work these jobs, but as soon as I get working with these jobs, I'm putting hours in at the job and then I get a paycheck and it's $600, $700 every 2 weeks.
Oh no. $600-$700 every 2 weeks. Where are you working? What type of job? What state is this lady from? Anybody know this lady? $600 every 2 weeks. Like, come on, like, no. At least if you ain't making a $2,000, that's like around what I was making every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's worth it. It's worth the two. You know what I'm saying? With like $2,000, you know, it's still not a lot of money, but you making $600 every 2 weeks. No, they're getting over on this lady,
y'all. So if I get a $700 check in 2 weeks, and then another $700 check in the next 2 weeks, that's $1,400. Do y'all know how much my rent is? $1,600, over $1,600.
You don't have to stay in a place where you're paying $1,600 a month. A lot of these modern women would get into a place and they will live there they'll live into a place where they got to pay $1,500 to $3,000 a month in rent. And they would stay in these places and work these jobs and continue to give people their hard-earned money because they don't have a man to lead them.
I cannot pay my bills with these jobs. So for me, it makes sense to be a full-time gig worker because I can average between $150 and $250 a day at least, you know, in my market. If I get out here and I bust tail and I grind.
She's trying to make all this stuff sound good, y'all. She's trying to make it sound good. But the thing about her being a gig worker is that the simple fact is that most people who are working a job don't want to work a job. You know, and there's a lot of jobs out there that you can be financially successful in, and you work 60, 70 hours a week. But a lot of women don't want to do those jobs.
And yes, I'm going to happen to be busting tail and all that. And that's fine because at least I know that my bills are going to get paid. I done got behind in my bills again, trying to work a 9 to 5, trying to work these jobs that I'm getting offered. I done got behind. I can't even pay my bills working a job. The world should not be like this. It should not be like this. And I'm only getting kind of aggressive and passionate about this.
No, you're working. How can you afford a $1,600 rent and you're making $1,400 every month? You know, this lady's living way above her means. You know, you're living way above your means. So let's do the calculations. $1,400 a month. Plus we got bills, guys. And most people got an iPhone. That iPhone bill gonna be like $150, $200 a month just to keep it on. You know, then you got a car. You gotta pay car insurance. It look like a pretty decent car you got. You know, it looks like it can be a 2019 and up like mine, you know, and you're gonna have to pay full coverage insurance. When you get a new car, you gotta pay full coverage insurance. That full coverage insurance gonna be like $250 a month. So really, this lady's not bringing that. She's bringing in like if she was to work that job for a year, like 15,000. You're in poverty. You're in poverty, lady. Like that's the below the poverty line. I think the poverty is you got to make like 30 grand. You ain't even putting in 30 grand a year. And this will be the same woman, guys. Like I tell you in other videos, this will be the same lady talk about she want a guy who makes 1,000, 150, $200,000 a year, and she don't bring nothing to the table but her wide nose. That's it.
because this is sad. It's sad. You know, there's people out here that are pretty much about to go homeless because they over here trying to go to work and pay bills and they can't even make enough money to pay the bills. You know? And, you know, a lot of people, I get a lot of comments where people are like, why don't you just move states? Why are you still staying there? I have so many obligations here and responsibility here that I have to deal with that I don't share with you guys on the internet. So I can't just up and leave just like that. And even if I was to up and leave somewhere, I still am going to need support. I have a little bit support out here, not what I should.
You see? And then she's a baby mom. You know what I'm saying? Like you see the car seat in the back. When she say obligations, I'm pretty sure that's what she means. She got kids, she can't just hop up and leave. She got to keep a roof over them kids' heads. You see, she's not married. She doesn't have her baby daddy she should have stayed with, who should be in these videos with her, talking about how they're getting through this, coming up with business ideas, bringing in that money. They're not doing that together. You know, so now she can't up and move to Florida. She can't up and move somewhere that pays better because she don't have somebody to help her. Like me and my wife, you know, and our kids, we can hop up and leave anytime we want to. We can hop up and leave anytime we want to because I know for a fact that one, we got a babysitter because my wife is the babysitter, and you got an able-bodied man who can go and get that money and bring that money in, you know. And that's the problem with a lot of these modern women. They want to have the luxuries of having a modern man, but can't keep him. She ain't got him. He ain't nowhere to be found. She probably ran him off, you know, or ran the dude off. It's crazy.
Should have, as far as, you know, my kids' fathers and all that, I should have way more support than I have, but I do have some support out here to where, you know, some days I can get up out here and be be grinding DoorDash 16 hours a day, you know, whatever I need to do. Some days, not all the time. Like I had to spend my morning this morning doing DoorDash with my daughter because I didn't have nobody at that time. And, you know, people just be like, you make up excuses. You could use a daycare, all that, y'all. I care about my kids' safety. My kids' safety is number one. I did the daycare route. That was detrimental.
How can a daycare be detrimental? If you go to a bad daycare and somebody messes with my child, then that's a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can it be detrimental? Take them to a better daycare. You know, they got all different types of daycare. They got Christian daycares. They got all different types of daycares. Just get your kids out the hood. You know what I'm saying? She probably went to the cheapest place in the hood where all the black people be at and put the kids over there, you know. And now she's worried that somebody's gonna kick her kids in the behind because they ain't got no home training.
That was traumatizing. I won't go that route again. I did it twice and was traumatized. I'm ruined from that. You cannot trust these people out here. Period. Like, you cannot.
And I'm pretty sure she got girls. You know, she has to have girls. And she might even have boys. You know, she might have a boy and a girl. But, you know, this is what happens with a lot of modern women. You know what I'm saying? Like, they end up getting pregnant by a guy, end up having a little girl. A lot of modern black women. Then they be like, oh, I'm scared that somebody's going to do something at the daycare. And
so I'm very just...
I can't get a man because I can't trust him around my kids and stuff like that. Yeah, no man is gonna want you because you have kids. No good quality man anyway. You know,
just very specific about who watches my kids. Very specific, because there's way too much going on in this world today. So I don't go the daycare route ever. My daughter will be in school next year, which is great. You know, things should be much easier. And like by that time, y'all, I'll be in school. So I'm doing the school thing because the 9-to-5 thing and trying to work these odd jobs and these little jobs here and there, it's just not working for me. I'm getting behind in life doing that, y'all. Like, I'm so serious. I'm so grateful for my YouTube channel, y'all, because like obviously it's helping financially. It's doing what it does, as long as I'm consistent on here. Once I stop being consistent, then that money plummets. But, you know, for the most part, you know, it's helping me out a lot. And so knowing the way that I work, gig work, and how much that I grind, I will be able to sustain everything by just doing gig work full time versus trying to go to these little jobs and be given on-call schedule or 4 hours here, 3 hours there. Oh, you're scheduled this day, now you're not. Come in this day instead. And that just interferes with the whole pay period thing. Like, sometimes, you know, I'll only get like 6 days in a pay.
You see, she can work that job and get that little money and still do the gig work on the side, you know. But that probably didn't cross her mind. She's going to go back to school and get some more debt. Get older. She's gonna continue to get older, and next thing you know, she's gonna be an old lady, paying $1,600 to $2,500 a month in rent with them kids and a dog. You know, and nobody's gonna want you. I'm sad to say that.
Period. A whole pay period is 14 days. Like, why do I only have 6 days and they're all spread out? Like, that's what I've been dealing with. So I'm like, this ain't gonna work out. I'm gonna end up on the streets again trying to do this. I'm going to end up on the streets again. And I don't mean to speak that, but it's the truth. You know? So
also, she's been on the streets already. You know, so she's traumatized. You know, the streets are not built for women. You know, and it's absolutely insane. You know. So guys, if you guys are rocking with this lady, you guys want to support this lady or whatever, I'm going to leave her link in the description. If you want to finish this video, that video will be in the description below. But guys, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, fellas, it's a mother movie. Over and out.